Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today? Ooh, ooh, ooh. The kind of girl. If you wanna see my world, come and run away. Here it comes.
If you wanna play, come and play today. Let's just get away. Yeah.
Make you see all the things that you can do. Alright, action.
Alright, so now we're about to start the bulk of all the information, so make sure to tell the students that, just to kind of prepare themselves. And we're gonna not really use the cards because these are old. Ryan Wright is not in undergrad anymore.
Yikes.
So this is just kind of when you pick this up and you move it to the side and you log into your MyNSU.
If that's what you want to do.
If that's what you want to do, but that's what we suggest. So this is the time when you just kind of go through MyNSU. So you explain, so up here, you have all of like the really essential tabs. MyNSU is what shows all of this. You have your My Courses, which you can click on to see all of the courses you're enrolled in for this semester. Your Office 365 and email is where you go to see your school email account. And every student at Northwestern gets a 4 years of Office 365 for free. So you can download Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. I know Jennifer Long said all this when she came earlier, but just kind of remind the students that. Purple Portal, that is, it's a little tab for all of our organizations. You have Purple Portal partners with every organization. That's where you go on presents. You have Purple Alert. Purple Alert is where if an emergency is happening at the school or if classes are canceled for the day or whatever, a Purple Alert will go out. So that's very important for all the students to know that. Then you have your schedule of classes. Password management is where you manage your password. So once you scroll down your quick links menu, NSU Connect, you really don't use that anymore. That is kind of from the older version, but now MyNSU, you can do everything through MyNSU instead of clicking on that link. You have your email again. DegreeWorks is what we talked about earlier. This is where you can go and you can view all of your requirements for classes you have to take to graduate. So as you can see, like all of the classes I've already taken and I'm good with, I have a check mark next to. The ones that have a little blue dot are those that you're enrolled in and currently taking. So this just kind of goes through every class that you have to take. Then you have your parking permit. This is where you go to register for a parking permit. You have Handshake. That's where you go to log on for the college and career services. You can make appointments for college and career. You can contact work, like offices and stuff, to get a internship or something. Yeah, mock interviews, all that fun stuff. You have registration. That's where you register for classes. You can view your hold. You can view your transcript, order transcripts. All of this is just very self-explanatory. Yes. So then whenever you click on your main page, you have your alerts. This is where every student gets all of these same alerts. Then you have your degree work. So if you click on this percentage, it takes you back to that link that I just showed. You can see your payments, and this is how you can pay online if you don't want to have to go to the registrar's office. Not the registrar's office, yeah. No.
I'm gonna go back to this thing right here, as just call it the little doohickey or whatever. But if you click on that percentage or whatever, you can also there change your to say, for instance, if you wanted to change your major, you could change your major, and it will show you like
Go to
what
this what
percentage.
if tab.
Yeah, you would whatever, and you would see like what percentage would be done if you did change your major to whatever. But just a little side he always do out there. But what were you saying there?
That's just where you can pay online. Then your contacts.
And also, hold on a bit. In the term balance right there, if it's in the positive, that means that the university owes you money, so you want to make sure that your information and everything is updated on here. So in case, so you make sure you're getting like your, what's it called?
Your refund.
Yeah, your refund check to the right address and stuff like that. But if it's in the negatives, that means that you owe the university money.
Then you have your contacts. If you click on each name, it takes you directly to their email. When you scroll down, you have your class schedule. So it has the course ID number for every class. You can access your grades. You can click the link and it takes you to the Moodle page. It shows you the instructor, the term on how long the class is, when the class is, and where it's located. And then you can view your semester's book list right here. And then OneCard, this is where you can view your OneCard account. So your OneCard is your student ID. Everybody gets one. If you get declining balance, if you're a freshman living on campus, you'll get a meal plan, and that's where you can swipe in the cafeteria. You can swipe for declining balance, and all of that is here. And if you have a bookstore, like if you have a book voucher, that's where you can see how much money you have there. This is also, where this is where your fees and stuff you owe the university is broken down into more. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, you can see all of your scholarships that you've gotten for the school year. And now Matt is going to show you how to register for classes. What?
You slide.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Not yet. Slide.
But so whenever you go to register for classes, just some things that you want to pay attention to. And so what a CRN is, it's a course reference number, and that's kind of like, is this in the way? Do I need to move it? Or?
No, you're good.
All right. What a CRN is a course reference number, and I kind of refer to it as like a barcode for a
You
class.
can turn on the light.
I kind of refer to it as like a barcode for a class to like make sure that you're entering into the right class, because a lot of different classes are like offered for the same subject or whatever, so you want to make sure that you're taking the right CRN because it'll have like the right hour and everything. And then of course you have your subject. Your course is also a part of your CRN, which is like which level you'll be taking. So what is it? 1010 is normally freshman level classes. 2000s are normally
Second level, then
Second.
3000s, fourth, and so on.
so on and so forth. Your section is just which time of day you will be taking that class. Your days are grouped normally Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those will normally be your 50-minute classes, and Tuesday, Thursday will be your hour-and-a-half classes. All classes, or the university closes at 12 o'clock on Friday, so you want to make sure that if you are scheduling any classes for Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that you're aware that there won't be any classes afternoon.
And so if you have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class afternoon, it'll be a class that's an hour and 15 minutes because you only have it 2 days a week. So classes you have twice a week are hour 15, classes you have 3 days a week are 50 minutes.
Also, whenever they group classes Tuesday and Thursday, it's T and R. R means Thursday, so it's not, if you see T and R, it's not just Thursday, it's Tuesday and Thursday. Whenever you're scheduling for classes, you want to make sure that you pay attention to the letter. So it'll have your section. So O1N, which would stand for Natchitoches, or O1L, which would be Leesville, or O1A, Alexandria. So if you plan on taking classes on campus, you want to make sure that you have in at the end of your course and section number, and I is internet.
Yeah, and if you're taking an internet class, you won't have you won't have a time of the week. It'll just be blank if you're scheduling. So just make sure if it says I, then just know that it's an online class. You can take it whenever. There's not a set time you have to take an online class.
All right, so I'm gonna hop down to what's this? A prerequisite class is a class that you must take before you're able to enroll into the next level of that class. So for instance, English 1010,
yeah.
You must take English 1010 before you can take English 1020 because it's just levels to this stuff, man. A co-requisite is a class that you must take while you're taking another class. So, for instance, maybe
Bio lab.
a biology and a bio lab, whatever. You'll have to take those at the same time, not exactly like at the same time, but within the same semester.
They both have to be on your schedule
Yeah.
when you register.
Yeah. You want to hit transfer credits?
So transfer credits are credits that if you went to another university and you're transferring here, they will transfer from that university here. But make sure you're cautious because sometimes they don't transfer in the same way. Like I took dual enrollment through Southeastern and I took a chemistry class and it did not count as a chemistry and a science here. It just counted as an academic elective here. And then dual enrollment credits are classes you take in high school through a university, and they are transfer credits and they transfer here.
So with performance scholarships and courses, that'll be such thing as Palmline, Presidential Leadership Program, University Ambassadors, ROTC, such things like that, and they will let you know if you are in in a performance scholarship course or whatever, but you must be enrolled into these courses to receive your scholarship, so you want to make sure that you know what time these classes are, and you're enrolled into
Excuse me, we're in filming in here.
and you're enrolled into these courses to get your scholarship. Also, athletic practices and schedules. So all of your coaches should have let you know ahead of time what.
Loud, y'all are loud as what you are. You're not getting let in. Zach, turn.
No, leave it on.
Look, y'all, Becca's got a booger.
Ready? Put it back. Put it back.
It's just dude here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all are interrupting. Cat's in a box. Okay. All right, you're done. You're done. You're done. Matt, continue.
No, they're done. Keep going.
So, athletic practices. So, your coaches should have already let you know in advance what time y'all are having practices and stuff. So, you want to make sure that you schedule your classes around like your allotted practice time or whatever, and you want to make sure that you're always free for practices and stuff. So, like for example, I played football for a few years or whatever and stuff. I knew you were gonna start laughing. And we had practice every day at 2:15, so I would have to schedule all of my classes before 2:15.
And if you're an athlete, tomorrow you will have time to go and meet with the academic advisor, and they'll make sure that you're in all the right classes, that you're not overloading yourself on hours. And also, so with every student here had to take the ACT or the SAT, and so the university has minimum requirements for scores to be at a certain level of class. So English and math classes, if your ACT score is at a certain score or if not at a certain score, then you might be in alternate courses. So with your math class, you might take a math lab with it, just to kind of give you extra help with that. And same thing with English. You might be in an English class and have an English lab, just to kind of help you make sure that your core classes that you're taking, you're at the same, you're like getting extra help to make sure that you're going to be good, so whenever you move on to your major courses, you're good to go.
And whenever and like some of you may have not got the appropriate ACT or SAT score or whatever and you might have to take one of these, I guess we call them helper classes or
You
whatever.
know, like alternate courses.
Alternate
Yeah.
courses, that's what you call them. But we are offering the AccuPlacer exam, and what the AccuPlacer exam is pretty much like if you make a certain score on the AccuPlacer, then it gives you like the lowest grades you need not to have to take those alternate courses.
Side note, make sure that you don't call them developmental courses, because if you're telling a person that they're not smart enough and they have to take a developmental course, it kind of makes them seem like, oh, you know. But every student, we're going to learn this whenever they talk about the comm rooms, but every student has a colored paper. I don't know what colors they're doing this year, but they have a colored paper in their folders that they get at check-in. And so some are one color, some are the other. If they're a certain color, that means that their ACT score is not high enough, so they're going to have to take a developmental course in one of the subjects. So that's an easy way to know when you're scheduling students. Ask them to pull out their colored paper, and it tells you all the information you need to know on there. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, I guess if we didn't, I can't remember if we went over this in the earlier parts of the presentation or not, but whenever you're like scheduling your classes, you want to shut up. Whenever you're getting ready to schedule your classes, you want to make sure that you allot yourself time to eat, or like if you know that you like to sleep and you're not a morning person, you want to make sure that you schedule your classes later if you can. You won't always be as lucky, but
one thing to point out, whenever you're doing it, each session you're going to talk a little bit different, kind of use a little bit different language. If they come to the first session, they really won't need alternate courses because every single class is going to be empty, so they can pretty much have whatever class they want. But whenever you get to the one-day session in their scheduling, go ahead and tell them that they need to make sure that they're getting alternate courses ready, because they probably will not get their first choice in classes because like hundreds of other freshman students have registered for their classes before they have. So that's just important to point out to them. And then this is the time we would go up on the screen and you can practice registering for classes. So all we did is we would find a class and just act like you're doing it yourself. We all know how to register and just kind of walk them through it. Because their connectors will be in the room with them when they schedule classes, but it's good for them to have seen it before they go in there to register. So you would do that then, okay?
this is like where the bulk of the
And before this is a good time to answer the one big question cards. Take a little break. Go to the bathroom again. Do an icebreaker game. Crack some jokes.
There's a lot of information on this.
Yeah, this
side,
one
so-
is when they learn literally everything there is to learn about Northwestern. Am I doing this one?
We can go back and forth on this one. So, well, did you stay on campus?
I did.
Go ahead. We can just go.
So first we have our housing and residential life. So we have 4 different places you can stay on campus. We have University Place 1, University Place 2, Columns, and
Varnado.
Varnado. I was about to say Iberville, but that's cafeteria. So UP1 and UP2 are our more traditional style dorms, but they're not really traditional because there's a bathroom in each room. The only difference is UP1 has a bathtub, UP2 does not have a bathtub in the shower. Columns is our apartment style living. There's a full kitchen in each little room. And then Varnado is actually traditional style. Varnado is traditional. There is communal bathrooms on each floor, and the men and women are sectioned off.
On campus, I think we have 5 dining services, if I'm being correct. We got Steak and Shake, which you can use your decline and balance it. We have Chick-fil-A. You can also use your decline and balance. We have Bix on campus. That'll be, which you can use your decline and balance. That'll be in the student union. We have Iberville, where you can use your decline and balance, and also Swipes, which would be like according to your meal plan or whatever, according to like how many swipes you set up in your meal plan per week or per day.
There's only 4 Rip the Grill.
No, we
Rip
have
the Grill.
What's the place beside?
Oh, Cafe Du Monde.
Oh, Cafe Du Monde, that's what it is. Yep. You can use your decline and balance there too. That's just Starbucks essentially.
But it's not actually Starbucks. You cannot use Starbucks gift cards or Chick-fil-A gift cards or Steak and Shake gift cards
What?
at any location here on campus.
I did not know
It's
that.
made by Sodexo. Sodexo, if you didn't know this, is our university food giving people distributor. And they're like express places, so you can't use gift cards there.
I did not know that.
But you can buy a Sodexo gift card and use it there. Fun fact.
Wow. What's that?
Health services. So every student in your student fees is you already paying for health services. When you first come into campus on the main entrance, right next to the police station is health services. You can go in there and get checked out. There's nurses there. If you have to go to a doctor, they guarantee you to get a appointment the same day or by the next day, and it's a $20 copay. So everybody use that to your advantage.
Also, I said it last year, so they said something that they want all students to know is that they do get STD tests and pregnancy tests and Band-Aids. Yeah,
They have a
really.
whole bucket.
Don't gotta use them.
You didn't hear that.
University police. Okay, so at this time we normally have like the police's number written on the board or whatever, and be like, here, take the number down and stuff like that. If you're walking around on campus at night.
Nick Hopkins did this thing where he told them to put it in their phone as ah. So then it's their very first contact in their phone. So it's just what you want to do. I know.
But whatever you call they give escorts to people if you're like walking around on campus by yourself at night. Also, if you're having any car problems, like one of my connectees did on my second.
Or if you're
junior-
like Matt and just have car problems in general and get your car stolen.
See, I'll tell you this story later. But so you can call them to help you with car trouble. What else do they do?
That's where you get your parking sticker. Did you say that?
No, I didn't.
You get your parking pass from University Police.
I can't remember right
They
now.
do a lot. It's a police station. Next we have our RAC. That's the Wellness, Recreation, and Activity Center. It is our campus gym. They've got free weights. They've got basketball courts. You can go in and play volleyball. They've got exercise rooms, all kind of different things. They have a
State-of-the-art facility, track.
track up on the 3rd floor. Great place.
Also, our recreation complex is off campus. I think it's about like 2-3 miles out on the interstate. But they have an Olympic-sized swimming pool there, and also a golf course. Do students have to pay for the golf course, or
We also opened up a park in Natchitoches.
Huh?
We also opened up a park in Natchitoches.
We've also opened up a park now.
But that's not the school, is it?
We playing some murals there. It's not
We
the
have
school, it's
Park
Natchitoches.
Natchitoches. You probably entered in, you saw it. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Okay. Next, we have One Card. That is, like we said earlier, all about the One Card is in the Student Services building on the 2nd floor. Third floor. That's what I thought. Ryan Wright works in there. That's everything that deals with your student ID, meal plans, all that fun stuff. Financial aid and scholarships is on the 2nd floor of student services, and that's where you can go and take care of all of your business with MoneyWise. Just group these two together. Group these three up together. 4. They're all there.
Okay, so in our library we have. Why did I say library like that? In our library we have multiple resources to like help students if you do need help in certain classes, such as the Academic Advising Center, Academic Success Center, and we also have Student Technology in the library. And at Student Technology, people can borrow laptops for like an extended period of time, but you must return them, obviously. We also have a computer lab. We only have one computer lab in the library, but
There's a computer lab in the library, a computer lab on the 2nd floor in the Union, the 3rd floor in Kaiser, and a 24-hour computer lab in Russell Hall. Next, we have the Office of Disability Support. It is now known as the Office of Accessibility and Disability Support. In there, if you had a 504 plan in high school, if you if you had a 504 plan in high school, if you have severe anxiety, test anxiety, as long as you have a reference from a physician or psychiatric doctor, you can go and apply. And also, we learned this recently, if there's like partial handicaps. So let's say Matt broke his leg and it was a struggle for him to get everywhere. If he broke his arm and he couldn't write out his test, he can go apply for the disability office and they'll help him out to make sure that he's still succeeding in school.
still,
That he might succeed in school.
counseling and career services on the 3rd floor of, actually counseling and career are different, but I hate how they group those together. But so for career services, we do have multiple venues that can help you. We have I know Miss Karen Loach. She works on the 3rd floor in the student union. She helps a lot of students with resume boosters, reviewing resumes. She gives mock interviews, and she also helps what's the program that we have? Handshake, where you upload your resume and you start lobbying for careers after college. Also, we have counseling.
Next, we have student support services. So that is our TRIO service, and it is on the 3rd floor of Kaiser. And so in there, a student is eligible if they are a first-generation college student, if they have there's a GPA minimum. It's just a place for students to make sure that students are succeeding here at Northwestern. Matt, Title IX.
Boom. All right, so Title IX is women and man equal men and women inclusivity on campus. Hold on, no, I got it. It's just equal. Pretty much from the NCAA, it's just declaring that there's equal men and women sports on campus. So, am I? That's
We're
right.
going to go over Title IX a little bit more. It's really hard to explain.
There has to be an equal amount of women's sports on campus as there is men's sports.
And it also has to deal with sexual harassment and stuff like that.
Center for Inclusion and Diversity.
That is on the 1st floor of the student union. That is all about just making sure that our students are feeling that they are not being put down if they are a different religion, race, ethnicity, anything that any other student at Northwestern is known for how diverse we are here. And so we want every student to feel comfortable being here on campus.
So if you do feel alienated or that you can't really find anywhere to fit in, go pay them a visit and they'll help you out. That's in Russell, isn't it? All right, the International Student Resource Center is located in Russell Hall, I believe. But what their goal is to work with students, foreign students who come from a different country, to help them, make them feel at home, welcomed, and reach out and help them if they need anything.
Next with Student Life, we have First Year Experience. So that is where we come into play. We are part of the First Year Experience office. They're located in the 1st floor of the Student Services Center. So they help put on Demon Days, which is our semester-long activities every day to get students involved when they first come to campus. Endless of activities that they're up to. They help with Freshman Connection, Alpha Lambda Delta First Year Honor Society, all that fun stuff.
Student activities and organizations. You take that one out.
So student activities and organizations is, our director is Yana Posh, and it is in the 2nd floor of the student union. They just deal with making sure that every organization is staying an organization, they're getting their things done. They put together fun activities for students to do on campus. That's our UPC, our University Programming Council. If you feel the need that you want to start an organization, go talk to Yana and she can get you started with that. Greek Life? You Greek Life Bulletin?
So on campus we have 3 different councils. We have the NPHC, which is the National Panhellenic Council. That is your traditional Divine Nine. We also have the Interfraternal Council, and I don't know the third one.
Then we have our CPC, that's the College Panhellenic Council, and that is our 3 sororities on campus. So we have our sororities, our fraternities, and then our NPHC Divine Nine. You can tell that, side note, you can tell that Matt just joined the Greek organizations because he does not know anything.
Yeah, I do.
Next we have, you can take that one.
Don't know that one.
All right, next we have athletics. So here on campus, we have, fun fact, don't tell Van, if you ever don't know something or if your mind goes blank, just skip over it. They'll never know. That's, every connector does it. Next we have athletics. So we have 11 NCAA sports on campus. We have men's basketball, women's volleyball, women's tennis, women's soccer, football, men's track and field, women's track and field,
baseball,
softball,
football.
I said football. There's 11.
Yeah. intramural and club sports. So the difference between intramural and club sports is the way I like to describe it is intramurals is like demons versus demons. So that's just like different events on campus, whether that be
Yeah, he's gone, bro.
Say demons versus
I don't know if
demons.
he ever said he was.
He said it. I saw it publicly.
Yeah.
he definitely made a whole video talking about
We're
like
talking about the
baseball
NFL. Who cares?
He's
Who
about
does
to
he
get
post
20 mil a year.
Demons versus demons, Matthew.
I bet you Cam Newton is pissed.
Did you not see what he put? Oh, y'all continue. We can talk about football after.
Okay, intramurals are demons versus demons, so those are like intramurals on campus, such as like softball, basketball, so on, Quidditch. Like you can honestly open up an intramural to like if any like, and you just have to go to the Yana Posh or Alan Posh or who is it?
Stelly.
Jason Stelly, and get it approved. Club sports would be like demons versus other universities, so that's like a literal sport where you travel to universities.
We have
to participate in.
dodgeball.
Dodgeball, rowing, those are just the biggest two that come to mind.
Next here, we've got our boy Van. This is Van. So Van came to college. He wanted to get super involved. He participated in the Inferno. He ran out at the first football game. He joined the fishing team. He met his wife Allie. He, was studious and studied. He wanted to have demon pride. He joined a Greek organization, Theta Chi. He also joined KNWD with the Van and Yo show.
The Van
You've
Yo
done
show.
everything, Van.
I really have.
Now, he's super involved, but if you can see, the most important thing at the top of the circle is books. Everybody came here for academics. You came here to get a degree. Yes, college comes with all this fun stuff, but getting your degree is the most important. Everybody's favorite one.
We're not doing this. Cut
Side
the
note, you make everybody in the classroom stand up and you make them sing it
Cut the
over
camera
and
off.
over and over again.
Do it right now.
Everybody stand up!
Do it. All right, we're up.
Stand up!
We're up. Let's start.
Zachary Bro, is that your name? Let me see your name tag. Stand up.
I want to transfer
3,
color groups.
2, 1.
Go,
You demons, take the field. Northwestern demons never yield.
More spirit, Matt. Demons win tonight. Victory is on our side. Go fight, win. Purple and white shall never reign.
Filling the air with battle strength.
So
Demons forever stand and fight for your demon land. NSU.
Can y'all imagine Charles?
Side note, right now, if you don't know the fight song, I'm going to suggest for you to go learn it. Your final exam, you have to write out the fight song. Also,
Don't give some hints, man.
go learn the alma mater.
You'll be alright.
You know the
Matt did.
alma mater? Sing the alma mater, Matt.
Oh, alma mater,
Here today, we for thy lasting blessings pray. We know not where our paths may go,
but thou uphold us still, we know.
unchanging fast,
Mid changes fast, unswerved from ideals of the past, steadfast and true, our watchword there shall be. To thee our alma mater, loyalty. Bumbo, bumbo, da.
That was usually after a demon football loss.
Everybody's very sad. We honestly don't sing it if we win because everybody's way too happy. So yeah, go learn both of those. They're very important to know.
Dude, Carolina's gonna give us.
All right, wait.
Yeah, you saw the text to you?
How you take it off?
I'm just thinking about him and
Oh,
Anthony in the backfield.
What?
yeah, with Joe Brady's
Banner.
mind.
Do you have anything to say to the
And
connectors?
that the Teddy Bridgewater already knows.
Miss everyone
Yeah.
except for maybe like Taryn, but everyone else for sure.
Okay, well I'm saying that has to do with these presentations.
Make it your own because everyone's different. As you can tell, both Katie and Matt go at it two totally different ways. Katie's more to to the point and like she takes the info. Matt tries to put it in real world experiences and makes it a little funny too. So everyone has different ways of doing it. So find your way, and that's how we'll partner people
Zach's
together.
was just bad.
It's hard to make people laugh when you're not funny.
Yeah. Oh, accurate.
Ben
Very
knows that from first time in hand.
Oh, my groups love me, first of all. Go Blue Barracudas.
Fun fact, if you want your team to win Follies, it's rumored that you just have to be a good orientation group.
Well, that's false.
So-
No, that's very
Shout out to
false.
Aaron.
That's not true at all. They didn't put a single. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, rumor has it 2019 red team
You
was
were all
stacked.
thinking those.
Really?
Yes. Stop, dude. Boo.
Give it back to Zach right now. You do not need the camera. Stop it.
Rumor has it red 2019 was stacked. Van, what is your take on this? We cheated.
Cheated. 100%.
One session, and I told you that the students would not leave.
You verbally said you cheated.
I verbally said, Van, these students will not leave
What's this,
our
y'all went to third
team.
one?
And then you
Second one.
and then you allowed them to tug a war with you.
I said, Van, they won't leave. We both told them to get off the rope, and they won't.
I didn't tell them, because if I told them, they would have left. Sounds like you didn't have control of your group very well.
Well, they weren't a part of my group, so of course I didn't have control of them. That shout out to orange team, blue team, and green team.
Why'd you shout out the orange and blue team?
Because orange team had one of the members of orange team came over, a member of blue team, green team. Everybody wanted to be on the red team.
Me and just like we could have counted how many athletic people we had.
Black is whack. So is Zach.
Shout out to Aaron, the best partner in my 3 years as freshman. Stop! Why are you laughing? It's true.
Yeah, Zach liked her
Love
so
Aaron.
much he left one session and didn't show up.
That's hard. That's messed up, bro.
Green team, galactic green, lean,
Go
mean,
dumb
and
green
right.
team.
Do your
Y'all
little
already know,
hand.
Back in the mix.
Lean,
here,
mean,
too.
and green.
GG's, throw them up if you got them.
Shut up. Green and black.
Please smell what the rice.
We have a competition on who can have the best Follies outfit. Of course, red team won. We had incredible costumes. He was Marty
I
McFly.
thought my outfit was pretty good. I made it
Mine
myself.
was terrible. I spent $40 on a costume last year, and that bitch broke on the first.
I think
freaking
Matt's is the
Yeah, his little.
Salinas.
Okay.
Salinas is definitely better.
All right, we're going into the wild jungle of the FYE office. Here we go. Focus, focus. Read the clocks.
Did she keep them with her?
Very serious.
I have no idea.
If you look into the wildness, you have to stay 6 feet away because she's so deadly. Everybody, let's go right to it. She's very deadly. She's
What are
venomous.
y'all doing?
She's venomous. She'll bite you.
She is not.
If you notice her sign at the door, the zoo has said 6 feet away is safe.
Feet.
Look at that.
She has fangs like a lion. Does lions have fangs? Do lions have fangs?
All right, he's going to feed her. It's lunchtime. Go feed her.
She lives on a steady diet of unsweet tea
Disgusting.
and protein bars.
And coffee.
And
Look at her face.
Where are
Reed, what is your take on the coronavirus?
her facial expressions change.
Hot takes.
Hot takes at the FYE office.
I'm honestly
You ain't even-
scared
you
y'all
ain't even
got
time it.
this.
All right, on to our next wildebeest. I think I know who's coming. Oh my God, this animal died. Where did they go? Oh my God, they resurrected.
Wow, that was terrible.
Here comes the next
I
one.
remember when I thought I was funny.
Who gets decorations?
Oh, they're also not here.
Oh no, wait. Look. Who gets decorations for St. Patrick's Day? Happy St. Patty's Day. It's not even a right.
Did the
freaking
St. Pat's Day
holiday.
get canceled?
Probably.
Oh no. The most venomous of them all is not in her office. Where did she go, Matthew?
She went to Baton Rouge last year before the fourth session.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Anna Gasper. He just made an Anna joke. If you notice, none of these are first place trophies. They're all participation trophies.
Snap.
You know that camera's not even recording anymore, Katie?
Yeah, it is. Look at how, does this not give everybody anxiety? All of your files? We get it. You helped start up Natchitoches.
Hey y'all, look at Van with hair.
We get it, man.
Look at Van with hair.
Landry, best Erickson.
Oh jeez. How old is she, Van?
6.
Too young for you.
What?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Please keep my daughter's name out of your mouth when you talk about guys. Thank you.
Miss Beth is gonna
Ah!
Katie Kennedy.
We're vlogging.
They have to watch this for class too.
Yeah, we're gonna make
put this in
them.
at the end of their video.
We're gonna say who was the most deadly animal in the FYE zoo. They have to say.
So we can make sure they watch it all. Quick, give the connectors a tip through this trying time of not knowing what's going on.
Read.
Terrible.
Don't assume things.
Just read.
Just read.
I think you should dive in a little bit deeper than that because I hate reading.
Read.
If you repeat it again, maybe it'll.
Just read. What you got, Matt? You gotta read. You gotta read. Read.
I think when she says read,
Tell
she
me about
means
what now?
like.
I feel like we're on The Office.
Okay.
Could be a crucial conversation, Katie.
You're right.
And if she was,
I know Van's not doing anything crucial in here.
Really? I am.
Van, tip to connector from a fellow connector.
Hope you don't end up with a crappy partner.
So, are you signifying they're crappy connectors?
If you don't think you have a crappy partner, you could be the crappy partner.
That is true. If you haven't questioned your partner, then you might be the questionable one. Did you ever question Jess? All the time. We've heard about y'all's arguments.
We had one big argument. And
Matt left the room. He was like, Jess, I'm gonna give you time to
It
calm
wasn't
down.
even during the session though.
Van, also, whenever you have time to make phone calls for your connectees, make sure you do it or Van Erickson will come yell at you and tell you to get back doing work.
Oh.
You're given a whole bunch of time and me and my partner decided not to do it.
Hey, cut the camera off. Let's do mock partner interview. Let's do mock partner drafts.
Oh, that's the tea. Catch you on the flip side. This is a new segment called Tips from the Returners.
What to do, baby?
First tip.
I wish I would have been brief for what we're about to be talking about. First tip. Brush your teeth the morning before connection.
Second tip. Don't go to tunes the day before a session or in between sessions. That excludes work weeks though. House parties.
What I'm looking for, bring water. They're normally cases of water or whatever. Just put as many bottles in your bag as you can.
You're gonna get parched.
And if you don't drink water, you're going to pass out like somebody did last year.
We had a girl pass out last year. Tip 4. Make sure you keep snacks in your bag. Because I'm telling you right now, you're not going to eat all day. We're
Eat
giving
something.
tips from the returners. And come back for part 2.
Return, minus Jeff.